Hey people, this is my favorite chef. I like a lot of them, Lydia Bastianich and Chef Arrington. Ooh, I hope that's not Mrs. Arrington. She fine. But this Gordon Ramsay, that's my dude. Love him. Cause people think he's rude, arrogant, obnoxious, cuss too much. Sounds like me. But really what he's doing is pushing you to up your standards, up your game. He just wants you to be a better cook and to do the best that you can do. You don't have to be him. I will never be him. But Ramsay, if you want to come on my truck and cook with me, you got an open invite. But, some days you don't want to do all those techniques. You don't want to do all this hardcore cooking. You just want something easy because it might be Friday and, you had a hard week and, you just want to relax. So that's when you pull out your Emergency Meatball Kit. What? You don't have an Emergency Meatball Kit? You don't even know what it is? I'm so sorry for you. I guess I'm going to have to show you how to make one. So come on, let's go. Hi, my name is T. I am not a chef. Actually, I'm a truck driver. And I don't drive food trucks, I drive a semi. What I'm about to do is show you how to do what I do on my truck. Welcome to your favorite new food show, Big Taste in a Small Space with me, T. So to start making our emergency meatball kit, we have to start by using our crock pot. In the bottom of my crock pot, I put some tomato paste, some anchovy paste. I know. Oh, I don't like anchovies. You won't even taste it. It's going to give you a background flavor. You wonder, oh, this is good. Where'd that come from? Some dry onions, some fennel seed, salt and pepper, of course, red pepper flakes, a couple of bay leaves, some Worcestershire, and some soy sauce. And then you put the tomato sauce on top of that. I actually put some mushrooms underneath the tomato sauce, but people are funny with mushrooms too, so you don't need to see it. Add them if you like. At this point, I put my crock pot back together, turn it on, don't even stir the pot, just let it start cooking. Now it's time to turn to the meat. Some great old ground beef. We're gonna start seasoning it up, and we start with little salt, pepper, and paprika, some granulated garlic, some chipotle seasoning, little cayenne pepper. Next you add some fennel seed, dry oregano, dry onions, also red pepper flakes. Then I add some Worcestershire sauce, some soy sauce. I even added some sweet soy sauce. Oh, you'll love that stuff. I think they put crack in it, it's so good. Some dry Parmesan cheese, some breadcrumbs, and an egg. Put some aluminum foil on your oven pan because we are not frying these. We're going to bake these in the oven. Keeps it a little healthier. Don't have to have all that extra oil on it. Mix up your ground beef, and personally I like to make my meatballs kind of small, so you pop in your mouth, you put it in your mouth, you can put the whole thing in your mouth. You just start rolling them out by hand. And yes, since I'm in a small space, I use rubber gloves pretty much all the time. Now they're ready to shove in the oven. Put it on about 350 for 30 minutes. And after that, believe it or not, they may or may not be cooked, which is a good thing. Take the meatballs out the oven, take your crock pot off the crock pot, and this is the first time you actually stir the crock pot. Now you start adding the meatballs to the crock pot and push them down, stir them up a little bit until the crock pot is full. Stir everything up. Then you're gonna put the crock pot back on its burner and let that cook for about 3 hours. That's a safe time. The meatballs will be done and tender. This still isn't really ready yet, but I figured I'd take it out, stir it up a little bit, show you all the goodness, all the steaminess. That's why I like crock pots. You can set it, forget it. It will take so long for this to burn. But meatballs are coming. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna take a nap because I've been up since bright and early. I get up with the worms because the birds will make me late. So I'm gonna lay down for a minute, think about Chef Arrington. And I'll see you guys in a couple hours and show you these lovely meatballs. So now it's been a couple of 3 hours. And as you see, we are bubbling, toiling, troubling. Wonderful. Now we get to assemble the Emergency Meatball Kit. So at this point, while it's still bubbling hot, you put it back into the jar you got the sauce from. Put the top on, but please don't screw it down like you're never gonna open it again, or you never will. And while it's hot, you know how those tops pop? The top will sink in, and now you have your Emergency Meatball Kit. Everyone should have one. You know, hard days, you don't feel like cooking, you don't feel like doing much of nothing, but you're home. Hey, open that up. That can feed 2, 3, sometimes 4 people. Especially if you make your meatballs small. What? What's behind the Emergency Meatball Kit? What? Oh, that? Oh, that's just the leftovers. That's nothing. It's always leftovers. So once again, that's the Emergency Meatball Kit and the leftovers, brought to you by Big Taste in a Small Space. Now excuse me, I got an emergency I got to handle.